Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mrs. Rashid Reads. I look a little bit different today. Yes, I am dressed up because at the school where I teach, we had our virtual Book Week parade day. And I'm here at school and I'm dressed up as my character, and my class are all dressed up as at home as their characters. And we've had a fun day celebrating virtually online our books that we love. I am dressed up today, and if I could show you my whole outfit, I'd show you my swoopy skirt and my lace-up boots, my cameo brooch. I am Jo from Little Women. And when I was growing up, this was one of my favourite books. My uncle, I've nearly lost my bonnet. My uncle Clyde, my great uncle, gave me Little Women for my 10th birthday, and also its sequel, which is called Good Wives. But today I thought I'd read you an excerpt from Little Women. I might just take my bonnet off, as befits any lady when she is indoors. Little Women. This book was written by Louisa May Alcott. Even got all my details from when I was a little girl written in the flyleaf there. One of the things I love about Little Women is the way that it begins, and chapter 1 is called Playing Pilgrims. I might need to put my glasses on. Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents, grumbled Jo, lying on the rug. It is so dreadful to be poor, sighed Meg, looking down at her old dress. Well, I don't think it's fair for some girls to have plenty of pretty things, and other girls nothing at all, added little Amy, with an injured sniff. Well, we've got father and mother, and we have each other, said Beth contentedly from her corner. The 4 young faces on which the firelight shone brightened at the cheerful words, but darkened again as Jo said sadly, We haven't got father, and we shall not have him for a long time. She didn't say perhaps never, but each silently added it, thinking of father far away where the fighting was. Nobody spoke for a minute. Then Meg said in an altered tone, You know the reason Mother proposed not having any presents this Christmas was because it was going to be a hard winter for everyone, and she thinks we ought not to spend money for pleasure when our men are suffering so in the army. We can't do much, but we can make our little sacrifices, and ought to do it gladly. But I'm afraid I don't. And Meg shook her head as she thought regretfully of all the pretty things she wanted. But I don't think the little we should spend would do any good. We've each got $1, and the army wouldn't be helped out by much by our giving that. I agree not to expect anything from Mother or you, but I do so want to buy Undine and Sintram for myself. I've wanted it for so long, said Jo, who was a bookworm. I plan to spend mine in new music, said Beth with a little sigh, which no one heard but the hearth-brush and the kettle holder. I shall get a nice box of Faber's drawing pencils. I really need them, said Amy decidedly. Mother didn't say anything about our money, and she won't wish us to give up everything. Let us each buy what we want and have a little fun. I'm sure we work hard enough to earn it, said Jo, examining the heels of her shoes in a gentlemanly manner. I know I do, teaching those tiresome children nearly all day when I'm longing to enjoy myself at home, began Beth in a complaining tone again. Well, you don't have half as hard a time as I do, said Jo. How would you like to be shut up for hours with a nervous, fussy old lady who keeps you trotting, is never satisfied, and worries you till you're ready to fly out of the window? Or cry? It's naughty to fret, but I do think washing dishes and keeping things tidy is the worst work in the world. It makes me cross, and my hands get so stiff I can't practice well at all, and Beth looked at her rough hands with a sigh that anyone could hear that time. Well, I don't believe any of you suffer as I do, cried Amy, for you don't have to go to school with impertinent girls who plague you if they know that you don't know your lessons, and laugh at your dresses, and label your father if he isn't rich, and insult you when your nose isn't nice. If you mean libel, I'd say so, and not talk about labels as if Papa was a pickle bottle, advised Jo, laughing. Well, I know what you mean, and you needn't be satirical about it. It's proper to use good words and improve your vocabulary, returned Amy with dignity. Don't Heck, at one another, children, don't you wish we had the money Papa lost when we were little, Joe? Dear me, how happy and good we'd be if we had no worries, said Meg, who could remember better times. You said the other day you thought we were a great deal happier than the King children, who were fighting and fretting all the time in spite of their money. So I did, Beth. Well, I think we are, for although we do have to work, we make fun for ourselves, and we are a pretty jolly set, as Joe would say. That's the beginning of Little Women. That chapter's called Playing Pilgrims. I hope you enjoyed that little excerpt for today, something a little bit different on Mrs. Rashid Reads. I hope you enjoyed Book Week at your school and you had some fun celebrating. Thanks for listening. See you next time.